Hello, YouTube. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. No zombies involved this time, unless there's been some patch since the last time I played. I'd like to play some Satisfactory. This is a game that I really enjoy. I think it's very relaxing, but also allows me to flex my brain a little bit. So hopefully you enjoy the ride. And without further ado, I'll get into it. I'm going to start at the Dune Desert. I've started there once before, I think, but I haven't gotten very far, so we'll see how this goes. And we'll do the intro, why not? Enter name, Fuzzy. Let's go.
Separation from main transport complete. Group 8 delivered to Calistian region. All pioneers functional, initiating dispersion. Attention Pioneer, I am Ada, your personal instance of the artificial directory and assistant. Welcome to the FICSIT Incorporated Save the Day program. A FICSIT Pioneer has 3 core assignments. Construct. All pioneers must follow FICSIT guidelines and instructions when constructing any building. Automate. Every pioneer is responsible for setting up and managing efficient pipelines, outposts, and power infrastructure. Explore and exploit. FICSIT selected planets are rich with resources suitable for direct use or further investigation. Stay within your designated. And that is why the world is counting on pioneers like you. FICSIT. Short-term solutions to long-term problems.
Yep, nothing out of the ordinary going on yet. It's your standard corporate video.
3, 2, 1. Beginning arrow assist. Drag within acceptable parameters. Descent phase begun. Decelerating. Deploying parachute. Deploying backup parachute. Skipping parachute. Landing phase begun. Activating retro propulsion. Touchdown. Planetfall complete. Drop pod integrity nominal. Omni situational exploration suit nominal. Pioneer. Acceptable.
Acceptable. You're too kind. Alright, welcome to sunny Dunes Desert, or whatever it's called.
Congratulations. You are the third in your region to survive planetfall. Welcome to Massage 2, AB-B, in the binary system of Akicha.
Let's see.
Loading objective-based introduction. Begin onboarding. First contact safety tool supplied due to presence of alien megafauna. Adhere to FICSIT procedure and equip the FICSIT Inc. Xeno Zapper before leaving the drop zone.
I already failed. I left first.
Next objective. Dismantle the drop pod. FICSIT Incorporated as cost-effective and efficient. We do not waste. The drop pod will be recycled to construct the first stage of the habitat and utility base, often referred to as the hub. Next objective. Use the resource scanner to find and collect additional iron to be able to build the hub. If you cannot find iron, be assured scans of the planet have revealed sufficient iron sources.
Let's find some iron. Okay, so we've got a couple options. Let me survey. I want to find a good location for the hub and hopefully just not move it. Maybe just to rearrange, but ideally not move it at all. So, First one down here. Pretty flat area, but not very elevated.
Samples of new alien species acquired. Notable features are blunt teeth, suggesting it is herbivorous, and a thickly plated skull and spine, suggesting it is proficient at inflicting and receiving blunt force trauma. Preserve the remains for later study.
Will do, Ada. So we checked out this one. Let's grab these nuts.
Potential edible collected. Eating it and surviving does not count as a valid field test and does not generate enough data for FICSIT to make an informed decision. Store this potential resource for later use.
There's only one node over here. Let's see what quality we're working with. Here, okay. It's important, but I don't think we can fully utilize a pure node right off the bat. So let's see what's over here. Side note, I love the movement in this game. It's fun to just run around, slide jump. They did a great job with that.
Samples of unknown alien species acquired. Their weaponized plasma is most likely stored as a stable chemical substance in an organ close to their mouth, and only turns volatile when exposed to one of the chemical elements in the air. Preserve the remains for later study.
So, you can probably tell, but this is not my first time playing Satisfactory. I wouldn't call myself an expert, but I've played a decent amount. The thing is, I only ever make it up to about the train stage. And then for some reason I just stop.
Next objective. Use the build gun to construct the hub. Iron is a base component necessary for all near-future progress, so ensure you build the hub close to iron sources. FICSIT does not pay by the kilometer.
It looks like I should be able to stand on that, but apparently not. And this rock is a little bit... Oh, okay. That's fine. I would like to get on top of this just to have a vantage point, but that doesn't seem like it's going to work. So, let's see. I think... Now, maybe on top of this dune? Okay, there's the other iron. So... somewhere in between. I'm never prepared for how big this thing is. I would like a flatter area. Let's see. Looks good enough for now. You can always move it later.
Hub foundation built. The hub terminal and crafting bench are only the humble beginnings of a successful FICSIT pioneer, but essential for the next steps of onboarding. Once finished, the hub will function as your base of operations. Next objective. Complete hub upgrade 1.
What is upgrade 1? 10 iron rods. What? Oops. What do we unlock? And equipment slot, portable miner, and equipment workshop. Okay, I think I have just enough to have more than enough to make these. I was afraid they cost 2, but that's the iron plates. Let's just do this.
Hub upgrade 1, storage and frame, completed. Equipment like the portable miner can now be made in the workshop. Congratulations on completing your first milestone, the first of many providing access to new recipes and technologies for the FICSIT mission. Next objective, complete hub upgrade 2.
Let's grab a little bit more iron before moving on. Oh wait, this is an impure node. Okay. And the other one is down here. What is this? Pure. That's weird, but alright. Oh, there's a cave there. We'll have to explore that in a little bit. Let's check the quality of these. We've got normal. Gonna grab some iron. And we've got another normal. So for now, I think it would be better to actually have the hub over here. I would rather be using 2 normal nodes than the inconsistency over there. Let's take this. And here looks good. Got a little storage. I keep attacking things because I've been playing Planet Crafter, which if you like this game, you should check out Planet Crafter. Let's see what we're working towards. Smelter, power line, copper ingot, wire, cable, and scannable copper. We need 20 iron rods and 10 iron plates. We can do that, I think, with what we've collected. I keep attacking things. Maybe someday I will stop. Now, there's a couple ways to play the early game. I haven't done the onboarding in quite some time, but you can spend a lot of time manually crafting, like this, or you can get straight to automating, which is what I'm going to try for the most part. I don't know if sitting here watching me craft hundreds of things is very engaging gameplay. Upgrade complete.
Hub upgrade 2, power and shell, completed. The smelter can turn raw ore such as copper and iron into ingots, and the biomass burner generates power when fueled. Fun fact, most of the native flora and fauna is compatible with FICSIT technology. Fueling the biomass burner with inappropriate materials will result in deductions or even cancellation of your yearly bonus. Next objective, complete hub upgrade 3.
So we can start automating somewhat. We can at least start automating the smelter. So that's going to be a challenge of this area. There's not a whole lot of leaves, wood laying around that we can use for biomass. So let's look around and see if we can find some fuel. I believe I originally tried this spawn location before the 1.0 release. Why can't I jump? Please, game. Thank you. And I think they've updated it somewhat since then. There we go. Pick up some wood. That 2 is not going to be enough to last very long. Let's see if we can find more. While we're doing a little bit of running around and exploration. Obviously, I'm not strictly a Project Zomboid player. I like to play all sorts of games, And this is one of my favorites. Like this. Sticking out of the ground there.
The astrobiologist Dr. D.M. Mercer was the first to recognize the presence and probable nature of these alien artifacts. These chain-melted state spheres are named in his honor. Each sphere emits a unique signal and will require study to determine local application, store it for later use.
A little bit more wood, but really just bits and pieces. Oh, hello. No, 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 no. I'm sorry. Sorry, this is your territory. I'm merely passing by. Please. Please let me live. Oh, jeez. Okay. There's nowhere to run. I'm surrounded. Leaves. This should be enough to get some base things going. But I'm going to take a wide swing around. We found another pure node. Or the same pure node? I don't know where we are. Different one. I would like the leaves, not the iron. Thank you, though. Okay. Those leaves are immortal, apparently. Pro tip, you don't have to press E all the time when you're picking up leaves. You can just hold E, and it'll pick up everything that you run over with your cursor. But don't let that stop you if you're practicing for a Mario Party tournament or something. Okay, got a little savanna-looking thing here. We can come here later to get some more biomass, but this is great for now. Just a bunch of tall grass. I'm going to try to pick up enough that we won't have to do this again for a while. We're also going to have plenty of nuts, it seems. Okay, that should be plenty. Let's grab this copper while we're here. This is a normal node. Back to the hub. Let's see, what does it want us to make? It wants 20 iron plates, 20 iron rods, and wire. And in return, we get a constructor, power pole, concrete, screw, reinforced iron plate, and we can scan for limestone. So let's select that milestone and put in, that's the wrong way, and put in what we already have. And we're going to need 18 more iron plates, 18 more rods, and we can make, what's the conversion rate? 1 makes 2, so we should be able to make enough wire. During this crafting section, if you're enjoying what you're seeing, please let me know. This is new frontier for me, and I would love to play more of this game, and the fact that there would be potentially people watching means I might actually get past the train stage this time, which would be great. That's enough for now. We are just short on iron. Let's go grab some from here. That should do it. There we go. Upgrade 3 complete.
Hub Upgrade 3, Interior Furnishing, completed. The constructor can produce simple parts, and power poles allow for the expansion of the power grid. When you make the inevitable mistake, FICSIT's dismantling feature is designed to salvage all resources used during construction, in line with our zero waste policy. We understand that FICSIT pioneers are only human, and thus prone to error. Next objective, complete Hub Upgrade 4.
Okay, so Hub Upgrade 4 is going to take quite a few more iron plates, more than I would want to craft manually. So let's start working on automation. But first, let's switch things up. I supported the game during early access, so I've got access to the golden helmet, the golden fix-it gun, the golden nut trinket. Just all around very beautiful stuff. And let's see. This is a side color, so let's do like a purpley kind of thing. And then overalls. I want those to be blue. Classic. And then for secondary color, maybe something in between just to ease the transition. If it sounds like I know what I'm talking about, I assure you I do not. All right. First things first. Let's make some... We cannot make biomass yet. Okay. We're not getting that next, so... unsure when that comes into play. Let's do this. Let's build... Going to need a little bit more iron. Copper, yeah. I'm going to take a run over to the pure node. That will speed up our collection. If I can remember where it was. If you're looking for optimal gameplay, I advise you to check elsewhere. I'm going to be taking this pretty slow and just enjoying the ride. Where was that iron? Ah, over there. My goal is to use all of the features of the game. There are some things that I haven't really used a whole lot. We'll do this until we've got about 60 ore stocked up. That should give us enough to build a rudimentary automation system. Let's head back to the hub now. Start making this into the stuff we need. What do we need? We need 6 plates, 4 rods. Okay, let's put down our equipment workshop. What do we need for this? 2 plates, 4 rods, and I'd like to make 2 of them. Should do it. I enjoy the stages of the game where the math is easy. It's not going to be like that forever. I forgot that it changes the color of the miners. Looks like it matches the primary color. Alright, so that should start generating us a good amount of iron. Spend a little bit more time handcrafting these things. And we cannot make miners yet. Okay. This is the part I don't quite remember clearly. But let's drop that back down. What we can do, set up a little area over here. Need a smelter, which I need some other wires for. Go. We're also going to need a constructor, which uses reinforced plates that we do not have yet. We're going to need screws and plates. We're going to need more screws and plates than that. So let's do this. Going to make another miner. And go get the copper production started. The closest node, and that's really all we care about right now. There we go. I'm gonna wait until it has about 10 so that we can have 20 total and hopefully have enough to make what we need. We can always come back for it later. Lots of creepy noises out here. hope everyone's having a good day today. So far, so good on my end. I need more screws. There we go. What else? We need cables, right? 8 cables. And we are going to need a few more cables than that so that we can hook up the power. We might as well just make all of this copper into wires, and then do down to 20. There's our constructor. We cannot yet make conveyor belts, so we'll just do this the old-fashioned way. We don't have concrete, though. That's why we can scan for limestone. Let's go find some. Ooh, not very close. I was debating whether or not to skip the onboarding process, but when you're in a new area, I think it's actually great for mapping out what's around you before you really get into the meat of the game. Some more copper from the node. Please tell me it's not on top of that rock. Thank you. And this is a normal node. There's another one just over here. Not going to go all the way to that one, but let's check this one real quick and see if it's better than normal. It is certainly not better than normal, so we'll be focusing on that one. This might hurt. We're fine. That's like a stubbed toe amount of damage. And let's make some concrete. Right, everything's hooked up. Let's set this to iron. And let's actually... we'll fuel this first. So that can start smelting, and we can grab a little bit more from here. And we want to create some iron plates. Just going to manually feed these for now. Do we have enough copper to make 18 more cables? We have just not enough, so let's go grab some copper. Obviously, my memory is excellent, but I'm scanning just to let you guys know where the nodes are. Definitely that. That's not the one I built that. I was just testing you. Okay, fine. We'll go around. $100 copper. Just make sure those are still going while we make our copper products. That'll be enough cables. We already have enough concrete, so all we're waiting on is the iron plates. We have 18 of them. Let's do a little multitasking. We'll put in 61 iron there, and then just make the rest into ingots here. What are we sitting at? 24, so we're going to need a good number more. That's everything we can make by hand. We've got 50, we need 25 more, and in here there are 14. And no more ingots, so let's swap that over. Keep automating that, and grab some more iron ore from this miner. Just waiting on 11 more plates. And we have 6. Make sure this is topped off. And just one more. Excellent.
Hub Upgrade 4, landing platform and utilities completed. Conveyor belts connect the output of one building to the input of another and transport resources. Due to past incidents, I have been asked to issue a clarification. Portable miners, obviously, do not have a connection for conveyor belts. There is nothing to suggest, visually or functionally, that they can be connected to portable miners. If this is something you struggle with, do not worry. FICSIT has alternative uses for all their pioneers. Next objective, complete Hub Upgrade 5.
So kind to us. So let's see, what did we get? We got conveyors, conveyor poles, and a little bit more inventory space. And next we get miners, which is when things really start kicking off. But at least now we can, assuming I need more iron plates. Thankfully, we're making those. Conveyor belt. Saves us a little bit of time. We do not yet have any storage solutions. That's okay. What we should do is switch this over now to producing iron rods. That's what we're going to need next. We're going to need 50 cables as well, so let's see. How do we want to do this? Grab the copper from here. And I believe we also do not have enough concrete. Let's just cut off production here and switch over to making copper ingots. We won't need this because that's not making copper products. But this way we can speed up the process just a little bit. And while this is continuing to make iron rods, we can go towards the limestone. Preferably with a portable miner in hand. I wonder just how many complaints they got about people not being able to connect conveyor belts to portable miners. There we go. While that's drilling, let's take a look around. We found some quartz.
Unknown crystalline mineral collected. This mineral is composed of the same chemical elements as quartz and may yield similar industrial functions. Store this potential resource for later use.
Don't make me do this. I just want this.
Unknown metal collected. This metallic element is showing properties similar to those in Group 11 on the periodic table, such as high conductivity and malleability. Store this potential resource for later use.
Out of power already. Collect our limestone and start heading back. I'm not a speed runner or anything, but it's probably optimal to pick those up on the way back. Let's see, we've got 66 copper ingots. Let's just toss the leaves in there, I guess. That's not going to last very long. Not quite enough iron rods yet, that's okay. Let's just manually do some work here. The amount of manual work should drastically drop after we finish the onboarding. How many wires per cable? 2. So we're going to need 100 at least. I like to make a little extra just for a cushion. And let's start working on the concrete, and with luck, by the time we're done with this, all the rods we need should be done as well. Let's see. Just enough. Upgrade.
Hub Upgrade 5, Power Expansion, completed. The miner, unlike portable miners, can be connected to conveyor belts and requires power to function. Caution: as you expand, the energy demand of your production may exceed the capacity of your power grid. The onboarding program was established because FICSIT pioneers often experience memory issues after planetfall. If you are experiencing nosebleeds, nausea, existentialism, or an itchy scalp, there is no need for concern. This should pass within 5 to 7 workdays. Next objective: complete Hub Upgrade 6.
Okay, last and final upgrade. I saw we unlocked biomass, which is going to be big for us. Excuse me. Let's set it as our milestone. What's a good way to go about doing this? We have miners now, so I'm just going to start setting that up. We have everything we need for our first miner, just exactly enough. But we don't have concrete for that. Unfortunate. Okay, let's run back. Do one for iron while we're away, and one for copper. And back we go to our limestone deposit. Actually, this would be a good chance while I'm at it. Going to need some more iron rods. No power. Oh, I didn't fuel the other one, of course. Yeah, it'll be fine. See? Complainers. We need a few of each of these. Let's go 10 iron rods and 12 iron plates. Maybe not enough, but with what we have already, hopefully. We'll just make the remainder of the ingots we have into rods. Let's find out if I remember where I'm going. Let's grab all of that and build a miner here. Of course we can't because we need concrete for that. Pop down a crafting bench here. And that should be enough to build a miner. And we'll try and... Oh, we're not going to make it very far with that, are we? Well, it was worth a shot. Let's just leave that here for now. Yeah, it's fine. To save on fuel since we are quite low. Stop the production there. And we're going to need some more concrete. We need a smelter. And a constructor. And since they're more annoying to make, we'll set it to iron plates. Connect these up with some conveyors, and now all we need is power. I'll do it the future-proof way. Pick up this. Here. Let me take this one out, actually. I'll do that. Oh, this is still burning. I'm very smart. You keep doing your thing. Just ran out of cables. There's a few things I would like to make. Actually, we can front load this smelter here. Going to need 2 more reinforced iron plates for another constructor. And some more cable for more power. And I think I took... Yeah, I put the other miner over there, so we'll have to make a new one. Got a miner, got a smelter, and do we have enough? We do for a constructor. This is going to be making iron ingots, this is going to be making iron rods, and we need power. Out of cables. Alright, back we go. Or, I suppose we don't have to go anywhere. We could just do this. Nope, don't even have enough iron plates for that. That up, that up, and hook that up. So now we're producing iron rods and iron plates. Let's go check our power. I think we can squeeze a little bit more in. But let's not. Our power situation is a little bit sad. Anything I don't need on me? Looks good. So we're going to need more concrete and more copper wires, although I think we have enough to make what we need. It's going to be pretty tough to keep things fueled in the early game. I didn't mean to do that, but that's fine. Let's take this one. We'll leave that there. Actually, there goes our power. We knew it was coming. Put that there. Let's get the power back on. Good. Select what we've got so far over here. Almost enough iron plates. And not quite enough iron rods yet. That's okay, we have to spend some time crafting anyway. We'll just craft what we have into the materials that we can, and by the end of that, hopefully we've got enough of both of the iron-based products to get us through the onboarding. Thankfully, we did pick up enough limestone to create the concrete we need. Second miner turned out to be a good idea, although it looks like we would have just had enough to make it with one miner. over 100 iron plates, and not quite enough iron rods. That's okay, we can make what we need. There we go.
Hub Upgrade 6, Landing Platform Hydraulics, completed. Freighter landing initialized. Congratulations, you have completed onboarding and achieved the absolute minimum skill level required of a FICSIT pioneer. FICSIT looks forward to your future achievements, because a future with FICSIT is a future with you. Tier 1 and 2 milestones are now available in the hub, and biomass burners can now be built individually. Your first official objective is to initiate project assembly by building the space elevator. This objective will take a significant amount of resources, so FICSIT recommends getting to work.
You got it, Ada. So, now we are through Tier 0, and we can start working on these actual milestones outside of the tutorial. Of these, logistics would be the most useful right away, so we'll start there. We have just crossed the hour mark, though, and since we just finished off the onboarding program, this seems like a good point to cut it here. If you like what you're seeing, please let me know. Let me know which parts you liked and which parts you didn't, and I will continue to work on that. If you didn't like it at all, I'm not sure how you made it to the end, but good job, I suppose. Yeah, this has been pretty fun, and I look forward to making more. Thank you, and see you next time.